What is going on, my fellow EVE pilots? Today we're going to be learning about making some basic P2 PI, the skills needed to get everything set up and how everything works. PI is a great IS making platform that will allow you to generate IS passively with little investment, as long as you set it up correctly and you maintain your planets. The setup I'm going to be making is for P2 production, and it requires that you have command center upgrades to 4. In Interplanetary Consolidation, I would highly recommend getting to 4, as this is going to allow you to have 5 planets, which just means more ISK. The secondary recommended skills are going to be Planetology to 3 and Remote Sensing to 3. Planetology is going to give you better scan resolution of the planet's resources, just to better pinpoint for the extraction nodes. Remote Sensing, it just allows you to scan without being actually in the system. You're going to need a ship large enough to carry the command center. You see I have a Storm command center down here. That's the planet I'm going to be building on today. It's 1K M3. I would recommend getting the Epithal. It's designed for PI, so that's good. In this tutorial, we're going to be making rocket fuel. It's used for the construction of ammo, so it's used pretty often. You can create other PI products, but you're going to need to determine what planets and if the setup is going to be productive or not. To do that, you can use a couple of different tools. So what I would recommend is this website here, Atom for Eve, to figure out what you actually want to make. So the thing that you're going to need to worry about is customs tax. So to get the customs tax, we're going to go over, if we undock real quick, and we know we're going to be making rocket fuel, and that's going to be on a storm planet. So if we go and we find the customs office for it, we right click on it, show info, we can see it has a tax rate of 3%. So we can go ahead and dock back up, go back to our site, throw in 3%. Now output level, we're going to do P2 refine, type's going to be extract, max level is going to be 2. Selling to, we're going to be selling straight to buy orders. You can do sell orders, but I'm impatient and just want to sell, so we're going to do straight to buy orders. Hit show me, and this is going to give us, once we filter it, the profit chart. So we're going to be doing rocket fuel, but this is how you can figure out other stuff that you would like to make. So now that we know that we're going to do rocket fuel, we can come over to the next website. I'm going to link it. This is Ulysses PI schematics. So if we look here, we want to make rocket fuel. So if we just click on rocket fuel and we backtrack, so electrolytes, plasmoids, that's going to be made from ionic solutions and suspended plasma. And then both of those can be acquired on a storm planet. So if you click on storm planet, you can see like, yeah, it can make mechanical parts, right? But it can only make one of the 2 required components to make mechanical parts. So you have to import the second component from another planet, like a plasma or a lava. So you could do like a storm, plasma, extracting, and then a barren producing, but we're not going to focus on that for this. So we're just going to do a storm planet as making rocket fuel, and it's producing ionic solutions and suspended plasma, changing that into electrolytes, plasmoids, and then that finally changes into rocket fuel, which we're going to export and then sell. Cool. So now that we know that we need ionic solutions and suspended plasma, go back into Eve. We got our Storm Command Center, and then if you right click on the system in the top left, the system name, you can do show info. You can't actually see me doing that because I have that hidden out at the moment, but you can click on orbital bodies, find the planet that you're going to be building on. In this case, it's going to be planet 7. Right click, view planetary production, click on scan, then you have ionic solutions. That's the first component. Second component is going to be suspended plasma. So since we're building both of these on the same planet, we're going to need to make sure that they're relatively close to each other. So you can see here, when I check ionic solutions, we have a good bundle of it here. When I look at suspended plasma, we have a good bundle here. So I'm probably going to set up my command center somewhere around here. I'm going to go ahead, click on build, grab my command center, and then I'm just going to drop it down like right there. Okay. Now you see if I hit submit, I can't actually build it because I'm in the station. So I'm going to go ahead and undock. Now I'm going to go ahead, hit submit.
Docking permission requested.
And then I'm going to dock back up. So now I got my command center on the planet. I can actually go about my business and completing up the setup. So we need to get ionic solutions and suspended plasma. So for this setup, we're going to need a command center that's been maxed out to 5. So that's why we need command center upgrades to 4. So we're going to go ahead, submit that. That's going to give us the power grid and CPU we need to build upon. And then we can go ahead. What I like to do is grab an extractor control unit. We can see if we were to build it here, we would get about all of that range. And then if we go to ionic solutions, build that here, we can get about all of that. So I'm thinking somewhere along this plane we'll build. Yep, that works. So we're going to grab our launch pad. Let's do this one more time. Ionic solutions. Yep, right there. Good deal. We're going to put our launch pad down. Now this is basically the center of our operations. So from here, we need to extract ionic solutions and suspended plasma. So we're going to go back over to build. And basically what we're going to do here is we're going to run 6 basic industry facilities to convert the ionic and suspended plasma. So the design that we want to do here, because this is very important, we're going to do 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, come to the left corner, hit 1, right corner, and these are all basic industry facilities. Next thing we're going to want to do is our extractor control units. So I'm actually just going to do, we're going to do 1 down at the bottom, and then 1 down at the top. And then we're going to need our advanced facilities here, our advanced industry facilities. So I'm actually going to do 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And actually what we'll do is, just to make this all look nice, we'll grab this other extractor. We're going to lose just a little bit of range, but just for my OCD, I like having the arrow made. So we're going to go ahead and submit that, and that is the foundation to our PI right here. So here, from here, we're going to select our launch pad, because now everything needs to be linked together. So we're just going to hit links, create new, and you're going to click from the launch pad and then click to the facility you want to link. So we're going to link everything to the launch pad. All right. Now we have everything linked. Go ahead and hit submit. And go ahead and select your first extractor. So we're going to do, since we have a good density of this right here, we're going to go ahead and just do 3 extractor heads on this one. Set this for about 24 hours. Good deal. Going to go over to our second extractor, find the suspended plasma. For this one, with our setup, we can actually run 4 heads. That's the perk of the layout. Since everything's so close, we actually gain an extra extractor head. We're going to set this to 24 hours as well. Start extraction. Oh, good deal. 21,000. Good deal. All right, so from here you're going to select, and then you have your products, right? So you need to route your products. So we're going to take our suspended plasma, and then we're going to route it to our launch pad. Then we're going to do the same thing for our ionic solutions. We're going to route them to our launch pad, create route, and then from the launch pad itself, we're going to come into routes. And then actually what we need to do here is go to our basic industry facilities. And then if we look back at what we were making, so we need electrolytes and plasmoids. So ionic solutions goes to the electrolytes, suspended plasma goes to the plasmoids. So from this, we are getting ionic solutions, so that needs electrolytes. So these three facilities here are going to be making electrolytes. Then, so select electrolytes, and you're going to route it to the launch pad. Create route. Electrolytes, launch pad. Electrolytes, launch pad. And then we're going to go ahead, select the launch pad, select your routes, and then we're going to do ionic solutions, create route. Then we're going to select our basic industry facility, hit routes, ionic solutions, second industry, routes, ionic, third industry. So now these three industry facilities are getting the resources from the extractor. It's going to the launch pad, which acts as a buffer, and then it goes to the three basics. So then on this side, we need plasmoids. And select plasmoids, route it to the launch pad. Plasmoids, route it to the launch pad. Plasmoids, route to the launch pad. Go to the launch pad. Now we need suspended plasma, create route. Good to go. Suspended plasma, create route. And bam. So all of our basic industry facilities are now taking the P0 that they're importing from the extractors, converting them into P1 materials, and then dropping them back off into our launch pad. Now, the next step to actually get the rocket fuel, let's go ahead and just submit this and save it, is we need to come to our advanced industry facilities. We're going to locate rocket fuel, install. We're going to create a route to the launch pad. We're going to do this for our other two advanced industries. And then from the launch pad, we actually need to take the electrolytes and send it back to the advanced industry. And then we need to take a bundle of plasmoids and send it to the advanced industry. So we're going to come over to routes again. We're going to take the second group of electrolytes, send it to the advanced industry. Select the third group of electrolytes, send that one to the third advanced industry. We're going to take our second group of plasmoids, send that to the second advanced industry. And we take our third set of plasmoids and send that to the third advanced industry. And that is your setup. So from there, you are now outputting rocket fuel to your launch pad. So your extractor is going to take in your P0s. They're going to send that to the launch pad. The launch pad is then going to pull into the basic industry facilities, create P1s that get sent back to the launch pad, and then the advanced industry facilities are going to pull from the launch pad and then they're going to send their resources back to the launch pad. All right, guys, and that about sums it up. So now we are producing rocket fuel. We are on a 24-hour cycle, so we need to make sure 24 hours to come back and reset our extractors. And then from there, we're just going to let this build up rocket fuel for about a week, go pick it up, bring it back to our station, let the rocket fuel build up on all the tunes for about a month, and then bring that up to JITA, sell it, and then we're going to profit. So I hope this helps you out. Have a great day, and make sure to fly dangerous.